Alright, today I wanted to review a game that I wasn't too sure about going into and ended up falling in love with. Old school Ys fans might not like to hear this, but I played Ys Books 1 and 2 a couple years ago and wasn't really into them. Like, I beat the first one. I'm not a big fan of mazes. I'm not a big fan of rooms that kind of all look the same, and that's kind of what Ys Books 1 and 2 were all about for me. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed, like, being outside, but I didn't like being in the dungeons. The mines were like, every room looked almost exactly the same. I got lost backtracking so many times. And then there's the tower, which was even worse. By the time I got the tower, I was like, you know what, I'm almost done the game. Let's just push through and finish it. And then I got to Ys Book 2, and it was pretty much more of the same, so I ended up dropping it. Wasn't the biggest fan of Ys 1, so I didn't really put Ys on my priority list of games to get into, or series to get into. I am kind of a hard ass when it comes to needing to play a franchise from the beginning. So that is why, despite everyone saying, just play Ys 8, Ys 8 is amazing. I believe you. I believe you that Ys 8 is amazing, but I've got this thing ever since I was a kid where I gotta start from the beginning and work my way up, and sometimes that's to my own detriment. And Ys was one of those cases. Well, fast forward a few years, and we've got Ys Memoire, The Oath in Felghana, came out on the PlayStation 5. So this is a remaster, maybe, of a PSP game, from what I understand. This is a remake of Ys 3 on the Super Nintendo. The original was like a side-scrolling hack and slash. I like action platformers, but the gameplay just looked kind of sloppy to me of the original. I figured, you know what, this is still Ys 3. Let's check this out. And boy, am I glad I did. Because Ys Memoire, The Oath in Felghana blew me away. I am now an Ys fan. This game was so freaking good. My friend Drupal told me that the game played like Zelda A Link to the Past on cocaine, and boy was he right. I'm not the biggest action RPG guy in general, although this year has really been the year of the action RPG for me. Late last year, I replayed Trials of Mana with my friends, and this year I played Secret of Mana with my buddy and enjoyed the heck out of both of them. Check out my review of Secret of Mana. In fact, if you like JRPG videos, top 10 videos, Dragon Quest videos, reviews, and podcasts, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn notifications to all so you don't miss any other videos. This was phenomenal. The platforming was tight. All the controls super tight in this game. The gameplay was an absolute blast. You were just like rushing all over the place. The game gets even faster at a certain point where you get like a sprint ability that you can just leave on all the time. The combat is an absolute blast. It's very like simplistic while also having enough depth to it that it doesn't feel boring. You've got a number of like aerial attacks you can perform, and then the way like the magic works in this game is really well done. So anyone that's familiar with the channel and familiar with myself knows that I'm not a big fan of using magic in JRPGs, but holy crap, even like the fire spell, which is probably the magic-iest of the magic spells in this game, is more like shooting like fireballs or something. Like, this game goes full bullet hell every now and then, and it's absolutely incredible. I love having to dodge the boss attacks, learning the boss patterns, and then getting my shots in when I can. The locations in this game are really well done. I feel like it did a good job of like easing you into the dungeons, starting off with like the mines, and then ending up in like a volcano, in like an ice mountain. I'm not great when it comes to 3D platforming because I can't really see 3D in video games, but I still managed to flub my way through some of the 3D platforming. There wasn't all that much, and when there was, it was very forgiving. It just felt fun to fight shit in this game, to be completely honest. I streamed the game and I ended up grinding a ton off stream just for fun, for something to do, because it was so much fun. Just like in Ys Books 1 and 2, money was very scarce, so it paid to grind off stream. There's a lot of like items you can unlock, there's a lot of little side quests, and all the side quests aren't tedious at all, and they always pay off big time. Definitely kudos to Falcom for the side quest. Speaking of kudos to Falcom, holy crap are the soundtracks to their games good. I was just jamming out to this soundtrack like the whole time I was playing it, and then even after the stream would end, I would just leave the game on, rocking out to the music. Holy crap does this game have a good soundtrack. But I mean, it was to be expected. I recently played Dragon Slayer: The Legend of Heroes, which is the first Legend of Heroes game and the first Legend of Heroes game I played, and the soundtrack was bumping in that as well, so maybe I'll do a review of that one. It's not a very well-known game, not very many people have played it, but I really enjoyed that as well. The story in this game was also really, really well done. It wasn't like in your face all the time. Most of the game is honestly exploring dungeons and fighting bad guys, but the story that is there is really, really well done. It's fairly tropey, definitely, but I really like the characters. They really had some points in the game that made you feel angry and wanting revenge against the bad guys. The bad guys in this game are absolute pieces of shit, so it really feels good when you actually get to face off against some of them. There's one of them that kind of gets away with his bullshit, unfortunately. I really wish we could have just finished him off, but sometimes the will of the people is more important than the rage of the one, I guess. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on all. I hope you guys check this game out, even if you're a little bit curious. If you're not a big action RPG fan like myself, give this one a try. It's really, really good. They remastered it on the PlayStation 5. I know you can probably get it cheaper on other systems, but yeah, definitely check out Ys Memoire, The Oath in Felghana. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.